WA7ER KB6THO, Ed in Pasadena, coming to you from Papa 22. Good in Pasadena. 57 degrees, cloudy and calm. So a nice day. Good day for a walk, I think.
So here we are, a couple of Allstar nodes on the go here. We've got the homemade one on HubNet, and we've got the G7RPG one on the Papa system, which is live now, and I'll leave you there to listen for a while.
Looking forward to getting out on the water for an excellent trip over, and then several days on the island, and then, of course, the return trip. So I'm sure Bob will have more details later in the net. With that, turn it back to you, Carlos. Thank you so much for doing the net. WA7ER KB6THO.
Ed, when I think of Pasadena, I think of Caltech. Is that the campus you would head over to this morning? Back to you.
QSL, Carlos. It's just about a mile away, and it's just a beautiful campus. So if you're ever in town, take the time, walk around campus. It's cool. WA7ER KB6THO.
A lot of hallowed stories about Caltech here in Southern California, including the Mount Palomar Observatory I grew up under. Well, thanks, Ed. Enjoy your morning in Pasadena and Caltech. Next up is KM6UPQ. Good morning, groups. How are things in Marina del Rey?
KM6UPQ on board an airplane getting ready to fly. No report, and I got to turn this off now. KM6UPQ clear.
There's no end to what Bruce will do to check in to Southern California boaters at every Sunday morning. Well, I've always thought it was super cool that ships and airplanes share the same terminology, so I'm glad Bruce has boarded his airship this morning. Next up is KM6FEP. Good morning, Phil.
Good morning, Carlos and the net. Great weekend to see so many local boats from Ventura and Channel Islands Harbor in the Newport Ensenada race. It's been really exciting watching the yellow brick, and it kind of goes along with all the kind of resurgence of sailing going on. Last night, or I guess 2 nights ago, my race, Friday night race, it was blowing 15 to 20, and I kind of asked the net, it's not like sailing 40 years ago when I was sailing on a laser, but I'm right at the height of the radio rig and weight, and I'm right at the bottom of the normal rig. So on Friday night, with higher winds, I was out of control. So I hit a boat, I flipped it over 3 times, and one of those I flipped it over a few more times getting out of the water. So I was just like taking a step back going, wow, I really got beat up tonight. So I'm thinking about dropping down to the radio rig.
Well, that always takes away from the fun of it. I remember kind of catapulting myself off of a laser, going downwind, not really knowing what I was doing, and probably...
So the audio coming out now is coming out of the Anytone 878.
Sounds like you have a good plan, good action here, action plan moving forward. Hopefully you didn't get too hurt. Did you come away actually beat up? Back to you.
Well, the next morning I felt like I'd been in a car crash. That's my older body. But the weighted hula hoop is really helping out my core. So actually I'm sitting outside the pickleball courts right now getting another great workout this morning. So I think my ego was hurt a lot more than my body.
Yeah, these racing dinghies are a lot of fun, but the fin has been a steep learning curve for me. My first time out, I capsized 3 times, and it was out in the middle of the channel. It almost sailed away from me. So now I only go with other people. Hope you heal up fast there, Phil, and look forward to hearing how it goes over the next coming weeks. And if you end up, I'll call it stepping down to the radio rig. Well, anything else for the net, Phil? Any other boating announcements from Anacapa Yacht Club or Channel Islands Harbor? Back to you.
No, other than just kind of a general feeling of excitement as people are starting to use their boats. The club had their opening day last weekend, and there's just a lot of enthusiasm, and it makes us really look forward to the summer that's coming ahead of us. So that's all I have for the net. Thank you, Carlos.
The interesting thing with the G7 RPG node is once you have logged in, you can go back and forth, and you don't have to keep logging in. It's still showing it logged in, which is pretty good, makes it easier.
Also, Camarillo. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning, Carlos and the net. This is W6EJX, Bob and Camarillo, 61 degrees.
Right, so that's Papa Systems. We're going to call into HubNet. It's only a short stream, just thought we'd give it a go. So I'm going to call in using this bowphone. So I'll have to turn down the volume on the other one when I talk, otherwise we'll get an echo. So let's have a go. Mike 0 Fox X-Ray Bravo, M0FXB, calling for a contact on HubNet. You can see it says, when I talk, you see it says COS.
M0 UHF returning to you, M0 UHF standing by.
There you go, that's M0 UHF replying. Let's put QRZ up on here and we'll get his call sign in, then we'll reply.
Station calling for a contact on HubNet. Do you copy M0 UHF?
Yeah, hi Jeff. Sorry for the delay. Name's Andreas in Western Supermare.
Andreas, I think that was the name. Yeah, just quickly going back to there. I was actually on my way out of the shack, but I've not heard anybody call on this yet. Open like that, so I just thought I'd go back to you. So I won't actually hold it though. But I'm in Oxford, M0 UHF.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, thanks for coming back to me. And just quick question: how are you getting into the system? I'm just using a Allstar node into HubNet. I wonder how you're making it. And I'll stand by. M0 FXB Western Supermare Southwest UK.
Right, I'm using a radio. Strange as it may sound, I'm actually using a radio into a friend of mine's node. I wouldn't mind actually if you could give me a report on the audio actually, because I've had some issues with the audio being too wide because I haven't set up my narrow filter, but I've done that now, and he didn't say anything, so I'm assuming I'm not doing anything. M0 UHF.
Yes, no problem with a audio report. Yeah, I'm also using a radio. I'm using a Bofung 888S, and it's going into my node, which is here at home. I can just about 10 foot away from me. It's like a homemade node with a Raspberry Pi 3 and another Bofung radio inside. So yeah, your audio is fine. How far are you away from the node? Because the noise I'm hearing is like you're not very, very close to the node, but it still sounds, the audio sounds to me good. Back to you, Jeff.
actually hear that then, obviously. And I'm receiving the node at a good 9 plus, I can't remember, it was 40, 50 or 60. I think it was full scale. M0 UHF.
I do like your call sign, very easy to remember. So, well, the node's working fine, I think. So, what is the radio and what's the power level you're at?
Like everything, I just turn it on to full, you know. When I got my license, it said carry along the dotted line, so I did that as well, you know. It's about 50 watts, I think, something like that. I can turn it down for a test if you like. And the radios, I understand, can be used as a node as well. There's lots of information. We were on it today. I've had it 25 years, this radio. It's TMD 710.
TMG 710. Yeah, I don't know the radio. I think you said it's a Kenwood, so I will look it up. I think everything's working fine. You know, I mean, I'm 10 foot from my node. You're miles from it. So I think the node's doing a fine job there. So, okay, Jeff. Well, thanks for the contact. And I like the picture on your QRZ with the aeroplane in the background. And some interesting info there as I read down. So back to you. And 7-3, all the best. I am sort of live streaming on YouTube at the moment, which is going to finish in about a couple of minutes. So if you look me up later, you'll see that. Back to you, M0FXB, back to M0UHF for a final.
I've got the call sign right. Were you on the YouTube? Are you, is this your call sign that you use as a link on the YouTube? And if you be clear with me on the actual call sign, and I shall finish on the next over, M0UHF.
Yes, Roger, I'll send you a link to it anyway via your email because that's on your QRZ. So very nice to meet you from sunny and windy Weston-super-Mare. Take care, 7-3.
Okay then, cheers, 7-3. Do take care, M0UHF.
There you go, sounding good. And I've got the email there, so I'll do that in a second. So just thought I'd do a bit of live stream. Papa Systems is going well as well in the background.
3FXB, 3FXB, 2 Echo 0, Golf Whiskey, Foxtrot. Are you back there, Andres?
Yeah, Roger, thanks for calling in. It's M0FXB. Back to you.
2 Echo 0, Golf Whiskey Fox. Okay there, Andres. Yeah, the name this way is Brian. Bravo Romeo Yankee Alpha November. And it is now near Bristol. Back to you. 2 Echo 0, Golf Whiskey Fox.
Yeah, hi. Is it Wayne, if I got that right? And yeah, you're coming in. Well, how are you making it into the system? I'm using just a little bofang into a node this end. Back to you.
Golf Whiskey Fox. Now, the name this way is Brian. Bravo Romeo Yankee Alpha November. And the radio I'm using this way is a TYT 380 going through a open spot, which is out in the hallway. And so that's how I'm going through at the moment there, Andreas. Back to you. Echo 0, Golf Whiskey Fox.
M0FXB.
Yeah, hi Brian. Yeah, I got a feeling we've met. The the name and the call sign's very familiar. You probably know G1DCG and is it G6GVH? It all rings a bell from a long time ago. Back to you. And yeah, your MD380 is doing fine. DMR and all that. It's working well. Back to you.
Yeah, 2 Echo Zero Golf Whiskey Fox. Yeah, you are correct there, Andres. Andres, you I think we have met many years ago when you had the WB and WE's annual meetings down at Weston. I have been there once or twice, and and also sort of helped with the when the WE and WE was first put me there, Andres. That's giving you a bit of clue. Back round to you. 2 Echo Zero Golf Whiskey Fox.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, I thought I recognised that. I mean, it sounds a bit different because you're on that radio. I've got a similar radio. I've got the RT3S. So yeah, well, I'm sort of live streaming. So if you put my call sign into YouTube, you'll see me. But I'm not doing it for a lot longer. I'm in the middle of making our sort of tea time roast dinner meal. I thought I'd put it on live stream for about 15 minutes. See if I can get a few contacts. I've got a couple of Allstar nodes running here at the same time. One connected to Papalink in California, and one into M0FXB's node, which and G7RPG. So yeah, thanks for the contact. Hope you're all keeping well. Is John okay? Because I literally haven't heard John for years. Back to you.
Zero Golf Whiskey Fox. You okay there, Andreas? I haven't seen John since my mum died in November. I hadn't seen him since last year. Wasn't that? No, 2019 when she. And ever since then, I haven't seen him. So I don't know. So I haven't got a clue there, Andreas. I've spoken to G1DCG a couple of times. I have heard him a couple of times on here, and yeah, the little natter. And that's about it. So I wonder how you're keeping. I've spoken to you for years. It must be at least, what? Probably 6 or 7 years, probably 8 years, something like that. Back round to you. 2 Echo Zero Golf Whiskey Fox.
Yeah, the years have rolled by. I got licensed. I met everyone. It might even be 20 years ago when I met everyone in around the Western area. Doesn't the years fly by? We're all just getting, a bit long in the tooth, as they say. So, right. Well, you take care. Sorry about your mum and that, and I hope you're okay. But you're still enjoying the hobby by the looks of it. And I'll stand by, close this live stream down now, and I bet get on and start peeling some potatoes. So back to you, Brian, for a final, and you take care. 7-3, all the best.
2 Echo Zero Golf Whiskey Fox. You okay there, Andres? Will you take care, mate? I'll let you get on and cook your roast dinner. I just had a chili con carne. That's good enough for me. So you take care, buddy, and catch you further down. 2 Echo Zero Golf Whiskey Fox.
Yep. Cheers, Brian. You take care. 7-3. Right, another nice chat there. So, just going to close this down. Just make sure no one calls in. And then I can turn up Papa System just to let you know that's going well.
Since it was indoors, did they ask for like proof of vaccination or anything, or they just opened it up? Or I think you might have mentioned it was invite only. How did that work there, Bob? Back to you.
So there, that's what you can do with a couple of nodes. They are inexpensive. You can make them for about £70. You can buy them for, say, around double that, and well worth it because a lot of work goes into making them. G7RPG@hotmail.com, and you can use what I love about them is you can use any radio with them. You can use a £10 radio. You can use a £200 radio. They both will work well. What I will say is with the cheaper radios, the front end is more susceptible to interference and getting knocked out, and you will notice that. But if your surroundings there's not too much RF interference, a £10 radio like this will work excellent. So thanks for watching. If you like my channel, please subscribe, and hope to catch you all